Right now at 10, the man behind a Juneau County homicide receives his sentence.
And a historic Memorial Day travel weekend, what you need to know to avoid the busy traffic ahead.
Plus, how an Onalaska business is helping raise money for some of the city's finest.
WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozorowski. Sentencing day for a man convicted of a January 2024 homicide. It is life in prison for 48-year-old Donald Dahlberg. A jury found him guilty of killing 57-year-old Floyd Burdick. Police arrested him after discovering Burdick's body near a trail in Mauston.
Sparta police are looking for the man in these photos. He allegedly tried to steal alcohol from a convenience store. The clerk jumped in trying to stop him. If you have any information, call police at 608-269-3122.
A fire rescue on La Crosse's north side today. Flames breaking out at Fish's Bar and Grill. 2 people were trapped on a second floor but were safely rescued. Fire officials say lithium-ion batteries for an electric scooter sparked the fire.
Governor Evers ordering flags be flown at half-staff today. It's in honor of former state representative James F. Rooney. The Racine Assembly member served the state from 1973 to 1985 before moving back to working within his local government. Evers said Rooney showed compassion when representing his constituents. Rooney was 89 years old.
La Crosse Central High School hosted its 103rd annual Memorial Day program today. The ceremony honoring and remembering servicemen and women. The keynote speaker was graduating senior, philanthropist, and known crochet prodigy Jonah Larson. Larson plans on enlisting in the Army.
I think it's really important because there's so many people out there that passed away while serving our country and keeping us safe. And this is the day to honor them and, pay your respects.
Central's Memorial Day tradition dates back to 1923.
Well, this weekend will be the busiest Memorial Day travel weekend in Wisconsin since 2005. According to AAA, over 800,000 Wisconsinites are expected to travel this weekend, and 45.1 million are expected to travel nationwide. The 2 busiest travel days are today from noon to 8 p.m. and then Monday from 4 to 7 p.m. WisDOT is putting a pause on most road construction projects.
There will still be a lot of orange barrels, and there may be uneven pavement, there may be unusual lane configurations or narrower lanes. So it's still important to drive cautiously at that reduced speed limit through those zones.
Drivers can also expect lower gas prices this year. The average cost for a regular gallon of gas in Wisconsin right now is $3.05.
Iowa's DOT reminding drivers the Blackhawk Bridge between Lansing, Iowa and Crawford County, Wisconsin remains closed for Memorial Day weekend travel. The bridge closed after sensors detected movement on a pier.
And boating tips from the Wisconsin DNR. Make sure you have life jackets and fire extinguishers. Double check that your boat plug is in place and know the rules of the river.
Well, if the holiday weekend is anything like today, I think everybody's going to be having a wonderful time.
Compared to what we had earlier week, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
40s, 50s, rain and all that, and people were like, oh, it's so cold, but at least it was during the weekday, not coming through Memorial Day, so that's the positive. But we are going to have chilly start once again. We had temperatures in the 30s earlier this morning for some areas. We're going to see that once again. A few clouds out there, mainly all that cloud covers in Iowa, where they've had some precipitation in central Iowa. We're just seeing the high, thin cirrus of it. Otherwise, temperatures are already all the way down to 45 in Ladysmith. You can see 44 there, Black River Falls. So well on their way to getting to that 30-degree, 32-degree mark. And there's frost advisories once again for a lot of these areas from Rusk County down to Black River Falls, Sparta, over to Vokesfield, Juneau, and Adams counties. All those may see it. Other areas may see it too in the lower valleys, maybe get there. These numbers probably are a little bit too high, but you could see temperatures in the mid-30s, where Sparta's 38, probably more 34. Higher elevations, probably more in the 40s. Starting off La Crosse, still chilly in the 40s, so it should be in the low 50s, but we'll get up to 64. Plenty of sunshine in the morning. We'll have more clouds going into the afternoon hour. 38, 39 for Eau Claire, a little bit more than they had this morning. Otherwise, 62 with plenty of sunshine going up there as we warm up a little bit for Saturday. The good news for the end of the weekend, we got the 70s coming back barely, but we'll tell you how long they're going to actually stick around next week and whether that 80 is anytime soon.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
The Trump administration is fast-tracking nuclear energy. President Donald Trump signed 4 nuclear energy-related executive orders. A top White House official said they will speed up reactor testing and open the door for new reactors to be built on federal land. Also planned is an overhaul of the Nuclear Regulatory Commission and a ramp-up of the uranium mining and enrichment in the U.S.
Minnesota's legislature still has not passed a 2-year state budget. Lawmakers are working behind closed doors to wrap up unfinished business. Negotiators still trying to reach agreements on key issues like taxes, education, and health care. Public meetings are scheduled, but a special session isn't expected until next week.
It is clear we're not going to have a special session by the end of this week because that's tomorrow. But I hope that in the work of today, and people are working really hard today, and hopefully tomorrow we're able to button these things up.
Even though it's slower than we would like, things are going well. It doesn't appear that anyone has quit or given up, and that is a very good sign in the right direction.
Negotiators expected to work through Memorial Day weekend to get that budget done.
La Crosse's Forest Hills Golf Course hosted a grand opening of its new pavilion today. Area volunteers started discussing the idea of building the facility back in 2021, and they broke ground on construction in March last year, and now it's finally open.
It'll get used for events. It's open. They're opening the pavilion, the concession stand, Thursday, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, so that's nice. And so you can come up after you're done golfing and have a beverage and some food. They're having pizzas and hamburgers and things like that.
The pavilion has a seating area for groups up to 150 people.
An Onalaska restaurant is raising funds for the Onalaska Police Department. For 5 years, Elite Nutrition has been raising money for the Onalaska Police's canine officers. This year, 25% of all sales will go to the police department, as well as all separate donations made by customers. Last year, nearly $5,000 were raised for the department. This year, the goal is $7,500.
I think we're on track, so we'll see. Through promotion and the really incredible community that we've created here, I think it's absolutely possible.
If you couldn't swing by today, you can drop off a donation at Elite Nutrition through the weekend.
Well, the verdict is in for the group accused of attacking Kim Kardashian in 2016.
Plus, the latest in President Trump's battle against Harvard.
You wouldn't buy the first vehicle you saw.
Trust me, it's perfectly safe.
I'll take it. So don't hire the first personal injury lawyer you call.
Trust me.
Where do I sign? Object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Finish your projects with DAP Heavyweight Spackling. It goes on pink, then dries white to signal it's ready to sand and paint. Pick up DAP Drydeck Spackling for only $2.99 after rebate. Get crisp, clean lines in your next painting project with Frog Tape. This premium-grade painter's tape includes paint block technology that seals edges for sharp paint lines. Just $6.29 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. You're ready for home improvement. Bathroom, kitchen, windows, doors, and more. The question is who? Begin here. The Board Store Home Improvements. The most experienced sales team in the area. The most experienced installation team. Plan with designers concerned about meeting your wants and needs. Choose from a selection of superior products. Receive a detailed proposal and a firm price. No pressure, no games. Recently voted Best of La Crosse, locally owned and operated. More than you expect for less than you thought. The Board Store.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR. Object to anything less than the best.
At least 17 people are injured after a knife attack in Germany. 4 are listed in critical condition. It happened at the country's busiest rail station, serving more than 550,000 travelers a day. A 39-year-old German woman was arrested. Police say she acted alone. An investigation is underway to determine a motive.
Well, the verdict is in for a group of robbers accused of carrying out an armed heist against Kim Kardashian in 2016. After nearly a decade, 8 of the 10 defendants attendants have been convicted. Kardashian was bound and robbed at gunpoint in her hotel suite by masked thieves who made away with more than $10 million in jewelry. Those convicted will spend up to 3 years in prison. Most of the stolen valuables were never recovered.
The Trump administration's showdown with Harvard University continuing to escalate.
Today, a federal judge temporarily halted the government's ban on Harvard's ability to enroll international students after Harvard filed a lawsuit. Reporter Michael Yoshida has the story.
A federal judge siding with Harvard University Friday in its fight with the Trump administration, temporarily halting a federal ban on the school's ability to enroll international students.
This is extortion. It's a vendetta using all powers of the government because of a political argument with Harvard.
On Thursday, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem removed the university's student and exchange visitor certification, saying Harvard refused to turn over conduct records of foreign students as requested last month.
Harvard brought these consequences upon themselves.
More than a quarter of students are impacted.
We are being used essentially as poker chips in a battle between the White House and Harvard, and it feels honestly very dehumanizing.
Trump and university officials have been locked in conflict for months, battling over federal research funds as well as the school's tax-exempt status. The White House demanding changes to campus programming, policies, hiring, and admissions to root out on-campus anti-Semitism and eliminating what it calls racist diversity, equity, and inclusion practices.
Harvard's going to have to change its ways.
Harvard has complied with some requests and did acknowledge anti-Semitism on its campus. Still, it's fiercely defended its academic independence, calling this latest act by the administration a clear retaliation for Harvard's exercising its First Amendment rights to reject the government's demands to control Harvard's governance, curriculum, and the ideology of its faculty and students. In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Boeing has struck a deal to avoid prosecution over 2 fatal crashes. A court filing says Boeing will pay more than $1 billion in fines. They'll also be required to strengthen safety programs and offer payment to the families of crash victims. A judge will still have to approve the deal for it to go into effect. It's nothing to sneeze at.
The FDA's new warning about some popular allergy medications.
And definitely got some pleasant conditions for Memorial Day weekend for a change. Not dealing with any precipitation, around 70 degrees. I'll break down when we actually might see 80 in the forecast. That coming up on the first warm weather update after the break.
The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at Hot Springs Spas and Pools in Onalaska this Memorial Day weekend only. Huge discounts on Hot Springs hot tubs. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and patio furniture up to 30% off. This weekend only at Hot Springs Spas and Pools in Onalaska.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
At Maury's, we believe in being more than an auto dealership. We believe in celebrating change when life happens and new adventures begin, in affecting it for good in our communities where we're called to serve, because change can be good. And as your life changes, we'll be there for you, whether you're buying, servicing, or selling. And right now, Maury's is buying cars daily. Bring your vehicle with the title and we'll issue you a check within 30 minutes. Maury's, more than an auto dealership. Let's move forward together.
Here at Schneider Heating, we have a huge emphasis on culture, getting along, working together. We follow through on our promises, and we get the job done.
We will do what we need to do to ensure that you are safe, comfortable, and happy.
We have a lot of veteran installers who really care, and even more put their mind at ease by installing Carrier equipment.
We're not just putting in a furnace. You know, you're hiring the whole company. You're hiring our service department, our install department. Just a ton of experience. We're very helpful.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
At Taco John's, we serve a higher standard of flavor with grilled chicken, creamy fiesta sauce, and always hot potato olays. That's what we call West Mex. Try our freshest lineup yet with the new Fiesta menu, only at Taco John's.
The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at Hot Springs Spas and Pools in Onalaska this Memorial Day weekend only. Swim spas up to $10,000 off. Saunas starting at $99 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and patio furniture up to 30% off. This weekend only at Hot Springs Spas and Pools in Onalaska.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The FDA warns stopping certain allergy medications could cause a reaction.
The agency says people have reported experiencing severe itching after they've stopped taking medications like Zyrtec or Zylsal. The side effect seems to happen to those who quit after long-term use.
The FDA asking manufacturers of over-the-counter versions to add the new side effect warning to their packaging.
Well, this Friday shaped up the start of a nice Memorial Day weekend
really
weather-wise.
Yes.
I'd say so. It's setting the tone for it. Nice, sunny and cool and dry, Greg, right? All throughout the weekend?
Yeah, we're unfortunately in the Midwest, you don't get too many days in the past that we've had a 3-day weekend in May that you do get dry conditions. We happened a couple years ago we had. Last year we actually had precipitation too. It was actually going to be colder. So the good news is we're going to be warmer. We're going to be a little warmer on Saturday minus the colder temps we have in the morning, the frost potential, but it should be warmer than Friday. 70s or at least the low 70s for Sunday and Memorial Day. So once again, very pleasant conditions. Not where we should be. It's about the mid 70s for average. Unfortunately, we have showers coming back in. That chance is starting to come up a little bit more, and the temperature is going to drop back for Tuesday back to the 60s, not 40s or 50s. It'll be more 60s as this system comes through. But tomorrow, upper 60s, a few spots could get close to 70. We'll have more clouds in the afternoon, kind of like the cloud cover we had for today, but sunny skies in the morning. Then going into Sunday, we still might have some chilly lows going back into Sunday morning. Some areas still might get into the upper 30s. There'll be far few of those probably. More places will be in the 40s. And as you go further in the higher elevations here, you're probably in the mid to upper 40s as the wind picks up a little bit too, but still not where we should be. Should be seeing 50s for lows this time of year. Sunday, back up in the 70s, pretty similar to what we had for Saturday. Then as you look at the past 2 weeks, and we've noticed, look at this trend going all the way back to the 10th of May, well above average, and then we just went well below average. So it's been a flip of the switch for the month of May, kind of two halves of it. Very similar for for La Crosse. We almost got to 20 degrees below average. In fact, that one day we were almost a record high for how cold it was for that day too. So that's what we've seen. And if you're wondering if we're ever going to get back up to average, probably going to take a little bit of time because we need mid 70s, and we're not going to see it on Memorial Day. Low 70s, very comfortable temperatures, 4 to 5 degrees below average. Should be light winds too. Now going into Tuesday, as I mentioned, we're going to flip around a little bit. We're back in the 60s, could be even colder than that too, because we have a low that's going to be pushing across the area. And this one's going to take its time getting across the area, so we will have showers probably return Monday night, maybe into Tuesday. It's going to be scattered. It's not going to be an all-day type rain event with this, and the amounts will be still fairly light, but this is going to continue to push very slowly Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe by Thursday, and it gets kind of big down here because there's a lot of uncertainty when you get to Thursday and Friday if it's going to stay to the south and stick around or going to slide to the east, and we're going to dry out. So that will keep the temperatures down a little bit more than what we expected, but it's not going to amount to a lot of precipitation. Probably some areas could pick up a quarter. We'll fine tune this as we get closer, but it's going to be nothing like we had earlier this week for Monday and Tuesday, but it will put a damper on getting those temperatures back. If you're looking for June, what's going to look like? This is actually the next 8 days. Really not much of a chance going there. June actually looks kind of equal chances for above or below average too. But there's your 60s back for Tuesday and Wednesday, and the shower chance going through about potentially Thursday too, and then we'll start climbing back up to the mid 70s, and eventually by Saturday that 78 is where we should be. If you're looking for 80, it looks, I think, more likely that following weekend, Sunday and Monday into June.
Peaking just off screen.
We will get 80 potentially there too, but if this low lingers more, we actually might push those temperatures further back for Wednesday and Thursday. So it's one of those problems right there. But overall, the weekend looks good. It's going to be dry, pleasant. You can't beat those conditions either, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, past meets present. A former state baseball team honored in Tomah, plus the St. Mary's softball team with a chance to punch their ticket to the D3 World Series against Whitewater. Jacob is next.
It started as something to pass time during COVID, but now it's turned into a serious competition.
Cooper, dig, 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 dig.
Sunday at 10, we'll introduce you to Cooper and find out how this furry friend made the leap from backyard fun to the big leagues. Sunday at 10.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
It's the Memorial Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, with store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. Only at Drury's will you find beautifully tailored sofas and chairs, handcrafted bedrooms and dining rooms, a huge selection of premium leather, and the designers to help you put it all together. Shop top manufacturers like Daniels Amish, Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, and Stressless. Great sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. Now, during the Memorial Day sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Summer starts at Hy-Vee with Memorial Day savings Wednesday through Sunday. Whole seedless watermelon, just $3.99. Oscar Mayer hot dogs, just $1.77. Hy-Vee burger or hot dog buns, just $1.28. Ketchup, just 99 cents. Pork shoulder roast, just $1.48 a pound. Plus, save on ice cream, Lay's chips, fresh ground beef patties, Pepsi, and more. Save in-store and online Wednesday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
It's employee pricing with the Ford crew.
Employee pricing across a full lineup.
Fun fact, Hank, Ford assembles the most vehicles in the country.
Another fun fact, everyone pays what we pay.
So, you get employee pricing. You get employee pricing. You get employee pricing.
Sam.
Yeah?
Everyone gets employee pricing.
You get employee pricing.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing, you pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
The high school baseball regular season is nearing its end, and over in Tomah, the Timberwolves spent their last home game honoring the 1995 state team. It's the 30-year anniversary for one of the best teams in school history. They were just the second Tomah baseball squad to make the state tournament. Not only that, but the team picking up a quarterfinal win over Eau Claire North. That game was 4-4 after the regulation, but Tomah scoring 8 runs in the 8th inning, leading to the win. Current Tomah head coach Ryan Brookman had a big game, recording 4 hits. It's a season that many of the guys will always remember.
The win against Eau Claire North was very good. I know they talked up their pitcher. He had a little struggle, throwing strikes, that type of thing. But, getting that win and kind of exploding in that 8th inning, we'll always remember that. And just getting a win at state was huge.
And we still got a game to play. Tomah hosting Sauk Prairie. First inning, Tomah's leadoff man Nate Hendricks gets a good chunk of that pitch out to center field over the head of the defense. He's into second with a leadoff double. Later in the inning, Tucker Franson stepping in, and he'll sky one out to right field. It's going to be caught out there, but a run will score on the sacrifice fly. Tomah takes the lead, but trouble in the second. Bases loaded for the Eagles, and Gavin Larson with a line drive out to right takes a wicked bounce over the defense. 3-run score on that play, and then Sauk Prairie will go on to get the 7-4 win. St. Mary's Cardinals 1 win away from a World Series berth. Great season so far, and Megan McGinnis not wanting it to end. First batter of the game hits it out to put SMU up 1. Second inning, 2 runners in scoring position for Heather Nordlund. Rips one into the gap. 1 run is in, another will cross to make it 3-0 St. Mary's. 7th inning now, and the Cards can taste it. Abby Stigler gets one she likes and hammers it, no doubter, to increase the lead. And the Winona senior grad Michaela Steffes showed why she was the conference pitcher of the year. Complete game where she allowed just 1 run, and the St. Mary's Cardinals will look for their first World Series title in 25 years. Brewers looking for another win against the Pirates. Top of the 7th, Crew takes the lead courtesy of a base knock from Jackson Churio. Andrew Monasterio scores. Pirates would tie it up, but then in the 9th, William Contreras picks up his first hit of the day, and it's a big one. That one lands in the Brewers bullpen to give Milwaukee the lead. But the Buccos would tie it up, so we go to extras. In the 10th, it's Isaac Collins coming through in the clutch. Single to left makes it 5-4 Crew, but the bullpen would not be able to hold on to that lead. Pittsburgh ties it up, and then Abner Uribe's slider gets away from him, and the game-winning run comes in to score. Pirates even up the series at 1 with the win. A couple of the best in the AL Central doing battle from Minneapolis. And welcome back to this guy right here, Carlos Correa. First AB back in the lineup, crushes a 429-foot bomb to even up the score, and on his bobblehead at night as well. Then no more scoring until the 9th inning. Minnesota just needs one for the win. Ty France calls game. That's a no-doubter. Twins win 3-1. Some results to pass along from the Outdoor Track and Field Championships for UWL. Joey Sullivan, a national champion in the 3,000-meter steeplechase, and Adam Lohnser following in second place. On the women's side, Amber Gross takes 10th in the heptathlon, and Alexis Sherrill finishing 12th. And former Logan grad Lauren Jarrett finishing with the top time in prelims in the 100-meter dash. Time of 11.54 seconds turned in. And the Eagle men are in 3rd place as a team as we enter the last day tomorrow. Okay. And that's a big one, so best of luck and run fast to all of those athletes out there. Also, Giannis, 7th straight year being on the first team All-NBA. So congratulations to him, and
fantastic.
Still please stay in Milwaukee.
That's always the hope, right?
That's the hope, right? That's what we try to get all.
Yes, exactly.
So, should be a good sports weekend.
Thanks,
guys.
All right, more news right after this.
Celebrate summer and save big at Fleet Farm's Memorial Day Savings Event. 24 packs of our bottled water are now only $2.99. Online liquid Pool Shark 4-packs are $14.99. And a 32-quart Plano Frost Cooler is just $99.99. Plus, all active military and vets are invited to save an additional 10% May 22nd through the 26th. Whatever you need, we've got the best prices guaranteed. And find even more deals in our weekly ad at fleetfarm.com.
Can your floor stand up to this? At Sealands Carpetland, we know how hard your family can be in your home. You need a flooring that can stand up to mud, pets, and a crew like this. Don't sacrifice beauty for function. We'll help you find the perfect flooring to fit your lifestyle and budget. Come in and see our huge selection of luxury vinyl and tile. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley, where our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
They've ruined our economy. President Trump is fixing it. Trump's plan, middle-class tax cuts, job-creating tax cuts, tariffs that bring home American jobs, slashing waste, fraud, and abuse, increasing American energy production, bringing down prices. We're already seeing results. The cost of living's coming down. Inflation and gas prices at 4-year lows. Wages are up, and we're creating American jobs. Tell Congress this is a good deal for America. Support President Trump's plan to get our economy back on track.
Big things are happening in neighborhoods all over Wisconsin, where an all-new scratch game from the Wisconsin Lottery is making a splash. It is absolutely amazing. It's $2,000 loaded, a brand new $20 scratch game. It's a number match game with over 1,900 top prizes of $2,000 and over $7 million in total prizes. Now available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
On Memorial Day, Americans honor the sacrifice of service members at cemeteries and monuments across the country.
But for those whose heroism ended decades ago and overseas, there's a push to bring their stories closer to home. Karen Kafa has the story.
I'm walking towards the grave of Ellen Ainsworth. She's buried here in Plot C.
The final resting place of U.S. Army 2nd Lieutenant Ellen Ainsworth is far from her hometown of Glenwood City, Wisconsin. But the World War II Army nurse still draws visitors at Cicely Rome American Cemetery.
So as we take this sand and rub this across her name. For a family member, it creates this physical and emotional connection.
Cicely Rome American Cemetery, about 40 miles south of Rome, is one of the cemeteries administered by the American Battle Monuments Commission, which maintains monuments to more than 200,000 of the nation's fallen heroes outside of the United States, including the sites like Paris and Normandy.
They are powerful sites of remembrance that are an incredible place to visit and honor the dead of World War I and World War II. However, our audience is the American people, and many Americans will never get the chance to physically journey to one of our cemeteries.
The American Battle Monuments Commission has now partnered with the Department of Veterans Affairs to bring the stories of these service members closer to home, using the VA's Digital Veterans Legacy Memorial.
These American heroes deserve to be remembered and their stories to be told just as any other veteran or service member.
Launched in 2019, VA Program Officer James LaPaglia says the digital database is intended to make the stories of every U.S. veteran more interactive, more vivid, and more accessible.
We wanted to take the cemetery experience beyond the confines of a gate or a cemetery wall.
With their data, the VA has created online memorial pages for more than 10 million U.S. service members in VA and VA grant-funded cemeteries, Department of Defense cemeteries like Arlington National Cemetery, and other sites like the cemeteries abroad. Family members, friends, and the public can submit photos and mementos to populate each page and share a veteran's story. Like Ainsworth's, which ended in February 1944 in Italy. While her hospital was under attack, she moved her patients to safety and died from her own injuries days later. A story Mark Ireland, superintendent of the Cicely Rome American Cemetery, says still inspires.
That idea of, fighting till the very end, not giving up.
And is just one of many to be honored by generations to come. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
It's a great project, a great idea, and a quick shout out to all the people at the local cemeteries in our area who have been beautifying the areas for all the people who are going to be visiting this holiday weekend and on Memorial Day. It makes a difference for those families.
It sure does. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
It's time for unbeatable Memorial Day savings at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, find great deals on supplies to kick off summer your way. Like 2 packs of Kingsford charcoal briquettes, $16.49 while supplies last. Get a free Royal Canin probiotic when you buy a 30-pound bag of Royal Canin dog food, $20 off. Plus, Friday through Sunday, all veterans and active military get an extra 10% off their entire purchase. Find the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo is at Hot Springs Spas and Pools in Onalaska this Memorial Day weekend only. Truckloads of hot tubs from major brands like Hot Spring and Caldera Hot Tubs. All discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. Swim spas up to $10,000 off. 0% financing for up to 60 months. Factory direct patio furniture up to 50% off. Saunas starting at $99 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and patio furniture up to 30% off. This weekend only at Hot Springs Spas and Pools in Onalaska. SpaExpoLacrosse.com.
Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's, moving life forward.
She's always had it. Pure ambition. An unbridled self-confidence that most people only dream of. You see it driving her, empowering her, and in time, you see it fueling her future. Perhaps even helping her blaze a new trail. All she needs now is a way to make it happen. We are the Universities of Wisconsin. 13 universities. Unlimited opportunity.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
All right, a little bit warmer. Some areas might get to 70 degrees. Now it will be kind of a chilly start. Could have some frost in the area. Otherwise, the rest of the forecast we're looking at pretty nice through the weekend. Unfortunately, Tuesday, Wednesday, showers come back and maybe 80 by next weekend.
Okay. Maybe.
Maybe.
But
It keeps getting pushed
But
back.
it's going to be a lovely Memorial Day weekend,
Should be.
everyone.
And
Enjoy
that's
it,
the
soak
biggest
it
one.
up. Thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you next week.